Okay, so here we're talking about Archimedes spiral. And so notice that it just says r equals theta. That's what we're doing here. And theta is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? And so it's going to make this spiral. Now this first graph was graphed from 0 to 2 pi. The second graph was graphed from 0 to 4 pi. Okay, so if you were to graph it by hand, and it says to go 0 to 2 pi, you're going to think r and theta, and you're going to think, okay, when it's 0 theta, r is 0. You know, they're going to match up. And then you're going to think about maybe pi over 4 and maybe pi over 2. Pi over 2 is about 1.6, so these are going to be decimal approximations. And then maybe I want 3 pi over 4. And so I can put that in my calculator and just go 3 pi divided by 4, and that's going to be about 2.4. I didn't do pi over 4, so let me see what that is. Pi divided by 4 is 0.8, and then 2 pi would be 6.2. So I'm just getting some points here so I can graph them. So now what does that look like? Well, when I have a radius of 0 and I didn't rotate anything, that is going to be at the pole. Okay, so now I've got a radius of 0.8 approximately, and I'm going pi over 4. So I'm going pi over 4, so I'm rotating to like here, and then where's pi over 8? I don't know, maybe in, or 0.8. It's going to be before the first circle. And then pi over 2, so I'm rotating up to here, and then I'm going 1.6, so maybe around there. Oops. 1.6 maybe there, and then 3 pi over 4. I kind of didn't put some of them in, huh? Okay, so 3 pi over 4 would be over to here, and that would be 2.4. So I'm going out 1, 2 circles and a half, and then I left out pi. 3.1, right? Okay, so pi I would rotate all the way around, count out 1, 2, 3, and a little more. And then you can kind of see this spiral being created. What else did I leave out? I left out 5 pi over 4. So that would be more table of values here. 5 pi over 4, what's that? 5 pi divided by 4. It's almost 4, so 3.9. And so 5 pi over 4 is going to be in my third quadrant here. And it's 3.9. So 1, 2, 3, 9. Ah. This is why I don't want to do it by hand. I keep losing my circles. 2, 3. So right there. Okay, there it goes. And then if I get to the axis, 3 pi over 2, and that's what? 3 pi over 2. And I'm just doing this on a calculator. 4.7. So you see how it's growing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. 4.7. And then finally, well, if I'm going to be consistent, I would do 7 pi over 4. And what is that? 7 pi divided by 4, and it's 5.5. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. Maybe there. And then my last one here, all the way to 2 pi, was 6.2, so it's like right there. Okay, right there. So you can see this curve is going like this, kind of that type of spiral there. Okay, but we're going to go to Desmos and see it there. Okay, so I already put in the dotted one for us. Hopefully you can see that. And then we'll go ahead and start the animation. And there's the spiral. It's curving around. It should look like what we had. And so that was exciting. Now, you could play around a little bit with the numbers. Let's say we wanted to go from, let's look at the, let's see. Oh, man. We look at the end point here. Let's change it to 6 pi, and let's see how that affects things. So we'll go ahead and start it. Oh, it went really fast, huh? And it doesn't even fit on there. I don't even see it. So maybe I've gone too far. Maybe we could go back to 4 pi. Okay, so we click on the 6 pi and make it 4 pi. And why didn't it give me a pi? 4 pi. Okay, and that went quickly, so let's go back and put my slider at 0, and now we'll start the animation. So there it's going, and it's going around bigger, you know, and we're going to leave it at that. So you can play around with it more if you want to, but you can change the scale and things like that.